Joining us now is Martha Symko-Davies and David Ginley, both from National Renewable Energy Laboratory. Welcome to you both.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
It's my pleasure. MRS leveraging virtual technologies in a big way. We were just talking about this. MRS OnDemand is live streaming 23 symposia as well as many other things going on this week. Tell me about that.
Not only are there 23 symposia, plenary talks, the awards, the women's breakfast, we are capturing it all. This is a global effort for the MRS.
David, why is it so important then for all this virtual coverage in a meeting like this?
So MRS is part of a global community, and not everybody can come to the meeting. A lot of people don't have the money, a lot of people can't afford the time, but we'd like to provide them with the content. And so virtual is a way that we can begin to distribute content, first sort of monodirectional by just sending it out, and ultimately we see a vision of having this as interactive content. But for things like Africa, South America, lots of other parts of the world, it gives us a chance to interact directly and let them participate in the meeting.
It's also an educational tool, not only for academia and the industry, but being able to replay some of these live streams or to replay a tutorial and to really be able to get into the meat and the heart of the talk or the tutorial. That's a real educational tool for all these different environments.
Absolutely. MRS on the cutting edge as far as this is concerned, right? One of the first or only societies to do all this virtual coverage.
I think, it's coming across for everybody. MRS is not risk averse, and we've taken a big step in sort of leading the community in how to do this, and I think we're already seeing the benefits of having done that, and other societies are paying attention. It's going to be a way that everybody communicates in the science community, but it's a way that we have not done that previously.
The world talks in this virtual community. We want to link in and be a part of that. We don't want to miss any opportunity.
You're not. You're on the cutting edge, as I mentioned. The MRS mission statement, let me read that to you. Advancing materials and improving the quality of life. So how can MRS OnDemand help fulfill that mission?
So being able to look at these symposia online, to be able to dissect maybe a professor's talk, be able to better understand some of the qualities of that presentation in terms of really getting down into the fine granularity is very helpful.
So I think there's another part of that, which is there's a lot of leading edge technologies, and MRS is sort of the lead organization in capturing a lot of this. Virtual content allows us to bring the rest of the world up to speed very rapidly in technologies like renewable energy, water purification, energy efficiency that are really critical to the sort of sustainability of the world. And one of the big focuses in MRS over the last couple of years has been sustainability.
And what you're capturing with all these talks and presentations, the symposia, we've tried to create a very diverse portfolio so that we do represent all those different energy pathways or renewable technologies, whichever area you're most interested in.
Can you tell me about some of the success stories with this virtual coverage?
The success is that we've been just doing this for now 2 years, and we've moved now to 23 symposia.
2 whole years now, but it's growing in leaps and bounds, isn't it?
Absolutely. The enthusiasm that you see from the community are tremendous, and so we're proud to be a part of this movement forward as we are really, truly, as you said, at the cutting edge.
Now the goal of the virtual programming is pretty much to keep this as a year-round engagement drive, to keep MRS members engaged year-round. You see that happening through this virtual coverage?
Not yet. I think it's going to happen. I think, one of the other strategic goals of society was to capture all the meeting content. And that means not just the technical content, but MRS has a lot of other events, the awards, the other kinds of networking events that go on. And the ability to capture those and bring them to a much broader audience has tremendous benefits. And so I think we're going to see that. We're eventually going to see the entire meeting captured virtually. That's a culture change for our community. That's one of the things that we're running into right off the bat, is that it's one thing to get up and give your talk. It's another thing to give your talk to the internet.
You mean on camera?
On camera.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah, you would know better than anybody.
So would you agree you only see this technology growing as far as MRS's application.
Absolutely, leaps and bounds. We've seen from getting your feet wet to now being submerged into the deep, into the deep water. So we hope that this continues.
I'm sure it will. Martha, David, thank you for your time.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the rest of the meeting.